Okay, and the breaking news is that China has said Sikkim Border Agreement has nothing to do with 1962. In fact, China is saying that successive Indian governments have recognized 1890 Sikkim-Tibet border. On the Malabar exercises, China says that they hope it's not directed at the third party. So the statements there coming in from the Chinese side once again saying that Sikkim Border Agreement has nothing to do with 1962. And this is coming at a time when the Prime Minister is in Hamburg for the G20 summit and also spoke about terror. And it's going to be very interesting to know that, you have both the leaders, the Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Indian Prime Minister at one place attending the same forum, and all of these statements coming in from China, the latest being about Indian government, in fact, saying that they too had recognized the 1890 Sikkim-Tibet border. So that's the latest statement coming in there from China, saying that Sikkim Border Agreement has nothing to do with 1962. We're just waiting to understand as to what really has led the Chinese to release this statement at a time when the Prime Minister of India is presently in Hamburg to attend the G20 summit, and even the Chinese President Xi Jinping also attending the same forum. Okay, so China saying that they wonder what is all the fuss about when China in fact had recognized the 1890 Sikkim-Tibet border. As far as the Malabar exercises are concerned, China also saying that they hope that it's not directed at the third party. So we'll just reiterate what the Chinese are saying, that the Sikkim Border Agreement has nothing to do with 1962. And we were just speaking to Geeta Mohan, who is presently in Hamburg, and she was talking about how there will be absolutely no official bilateral meeting, but there could just be an informal interaction between the Indian Prime Minister and the Chinese President. However, on the table right now, there is no official bilateral talks between both the nations. The G20 summit presently is going on. Anand Krishnan joins us with the very latest on this bit of news. Anand, tell us more about this latest, statement coming in from China.
That's right, Avantika. Basically, China really reinforcing its stand before this G20 meeting happens, where the Prime Minister will meet the Chinese President at the BRICS informal meeting later today. China basically saying that it felt India was raising a dispute over the tri-junction point out of ulterior motives, and Beijing saying that in its view the tri-junction point was already fixed, and by raising this issue, which of course India and Bhutan have objected to China building a road precisely because they feel it is a unilateral altering of the status quo in this very sensitive region. China, however, saying that in its view there was no dispute and that India was acting out of ulterior motives. So a continued very strong statement from China, Avantika.
Is this mere posturing by China, this statement coming at a time when the Prime Minister just, in fact, a short while back urged the G20 countries to work together in fighting against terror?
That's right, Avantika. I think exactly as you put it, it's also sending a statement saying that they don't want to back down from the standoff. They feel that this is Chinese territory, which of course India and Bhutan say is Bhutanese territory. And their ire basically is the fact that they feel India has crossed the India-China border and the standoff is taking place not on the Indian side of the border, which explains their very sort of strong public statements. And I think this latest statement this afternoon sort of reiterates that that they aren't in the mood at this current moment for a de-escalation and finding a way to end this standoff.
Absolutely. For now, Anand, thanks so much for joining us.